So next topic is prior approval of RBI in case of acquisition or transfer of control of deposit taking NBFC. If there is transfer of any deposit of NBFC. Okay, what is NBFC? Non-banking financial company. Okay, if there is transfer of any deposits of NBFC, that is non-banking financial institutions, so it is mandatory to take the prior approval of RBI. Okay, you have to take the return prior approval of the RBI. In writing, you have to take the approval of the RBI. Okay, if the RBI feels it just and sufficient reason behind that, then RBI will grant its sanction or its approval for the transfer of that deposit of NBFC. Okay, it is mandatory that you have to take the approval of RBI in that case, if the transfer is taking place of deposit of NBFC. Okay. So next topic is Indian banking sector reforms. Okay, in that topic we will going to discuss the decisions, some suggestions of two committees, that is Narasimhan Committee and second is Raghuram Rajan Committee. Okay, so we will going to discuss some suggestions of two committees, that is Narasimhan Committee and Raghuram Rajan Committee. Okay, they have given some suggestions of mergers and amalgamation of banking company, that how the mergers are important and how the banking companies have to move towards the having mergers and amalgamation to improve its marketplace. Okay, so they have given some suggestions. Okay, so what are these suggestions? Okay, first we will going to discuss the Narasimhan Committee. Okay, so Narasimhan Committee was set up in 1997. File a report regarding the reforms. Okay, this committee was set up. Okay, first we will going to discuss the Narasimhan Committee. Narasimhan Committee is set up in 1997 to give suggestions regarding the banking sector merger and amalgamation. Okay, so they have given the following suggestions. There are some suggestions. I will provide you the notes. Just go through that. We were going to discuss this topic in brief because they have given a suggestion and you have to go through that. So there is no need to discuss that. So we will going to discuss it in brief and I will provide you the notes. You will go through that and you will understand. Okay. So they have given some suggestions to improve to strengthen the banks, mergers and amalgamations are necessary. Okay, to improve the marketplace of a weak bank, mergers and amalgamations are important. So these types of suggestions were given by the Narasimhan Committee and as well as the Raghuram Rajan Committee. Okay, so they have suggested to have mergers and amalgamation to improve the banking sector. Okay, the bank's presence in the market or the global place of the market. Okay, so this committee have some suggestions regarding the mergers and amalgamation of banking companies. So what they are suggested, basically they are suggested the banking of same type of companies is important to have a international marketplace. Okay, so these merger and amalgamation can strengthen or make the banking companies more competitive in the market. So these types of suggestions were given by this two committees. So next topic is recent mergers of banks in India. Okay, so next topic is recent mergers of banks in India. Next topic is recent mergers of bank in India. Okay, some recent mergers we will going to discuss. Okay, so in 2019, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced that the merger of 10 public sector companies into 4 entities. Okay, the logic behind this merger was that to have our Indian banks globally competitive. Okay, if they are less in numbers and they come together, so they are more competitive globally. Okay, so logic behind that. Okay, presently the total public sector company is reduced to 12 from 27 in 2017. Okay, before there were 27 public sector banks. Now it get reduced to 27. Okay, because they become more competitive right now. Okay, having so many branches, and if they we combine that, so it becomes more stronger. Okay, so that's the logic behind that. Okay, so we will going to discuss the four like important mergers recently held. Okay, so first is the merger between PNB, OBC and UBI. Okay, Punjab National Bank, Oriental Bank of Commerce and Union Bank of India. Okay, were merged. The Oriental Bank of Commerce and the Union Bank of India got merged in the Punjab National Bank. Okay, these two banks got merged in the Punjab National Bank, and after this merger, the Punjab National Bank became the second largest public sector bank in India. Okay, after that its total branches would be 11,437 and the total business of PNB would be rupees 17.95 lakh crore. Okay. Okay. So this merger is like a very huge merger. Okay, PNB become the second largest public sector bank. Okay, in India after that merger. Okay, merger of whom? The Oriental Bank of Commerce got merged. Oriental Bank of Commerce and Union Bank of India. Both this bank got merged in the PNB. Okay. Okay. So next is Syndicate Bank and Canara Bank. Okay, Syndicate Bank is merged with the Canara Bank. After this merger, the Canara Bank would be the fourth largest public sector banking company in India. Okay, these two banks like have the similar work culture, so that's why it become like a smooth transaction. After these two banks got merged, the transaction becomes smooth for the customers. Okay. And after this merger, the Canara Bank become the fourth largest public sector bank. Okay. So first we had discussed the PNB, Oriental Bank of Commerce and Union Bank of India. Second we had discussed the Syndicate Bank and Canara Bank. Is Andhra Bank, Corporation Bank and Union Bank of India. So Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank got merged with Union Bank of India. Through this merger, the Union Bank of India becomes the fifth largest public sector bank in India. Okay, so after this merger, the business of this Union Bank of India will increase by 2-4 times. Okay, has increased by 2-4 times. Okay, next is Allahabad Bank plus Indian Bank. Okay, Indian Bank was merged with the Allahabad Bank. Okay, after merger, Allahabad Bank will be the seventh largest public sector bank in India. Okay, after this merger, the total business of Allahabad Bank would be 8.08 lakh crore. Okay, and the number of branches will increase to 6,104 branches. We had discussed four recent mergers. First is PNB, Oriental Bank of Commerce and Union Bank of India. Okay, these Oriental Bank of Commerce and Union Bank of India got merged in PNB. Okay, next we had discussed the Syndicate Bank and Canara Bank. The Syndicate Bank got merged with the Canara Bank. Okay, third we had discussed the Allahabad Bank and Union Bank of India. Okay, third we had discussed the Allahabad Bank, Corporation Bank and Union Bank of India. Okay, Third, we had discussed the Andhra Bank, Corporation Bank and Union Bank of India. The Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank got merged with the Union Bank of India. Okay. After that, we had discussed the Allahabad Bank and Indian Bank. The Indian Bank got merged with the Allahabad Bank. Okay. And Allahabad Bank became the seventh most largest public sector bank in India. Okay. So we had discussed these four recent mergers in India. Okay. Four recent mergers of public sector banks in India. Okay.